Hello, friends. The 1196th day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. For the first time in a long time, the Russians have advanced in the area of Chasiv Yar in two areas to the north, according to the deep state map. The advance was from Orakovo-Vasilivka, Grehorivka, and Kalinivka settlements that have rarely been mentioned since the battles for Bakhmut. It is not yet known whether Russia will build on its success in this direction. Potentially, this movement can be seen as an attempt to advance towards Druzhkivka in order to strengthen fire control over the Kostiantynivka area. A vague threat has emerged between Bahatyr and Kostiantynivka. There, the Russians have advanced in the Odredny area, and the gray zone has expanded to Oleksiivka, thus creating a threat to the Ukrainian armed forces west of Kostiantynivka. Russia continues its offensive in the Sumy region, where the gray zone has expanded. It has approached the village of Andriivka, the capture of which was announced today by the Russian Ministry of Defense. Today, Russians attacked Sumy with a multiple-launch rocket system, the regional administration said. 4 people died, 2 on the spot, and 2 in the hospital. The strike was on the city center. 6 landing sites were recorded. One of them is the Mechanical Engineering College, as telegram channels claim. This indicates that the front is approaching Sumy, and the city is already being reached by jet systems. The distance from the line of combat contact to Sumy is now 23 to 25 kilometers, which is already covered by almost all multiple-launch rocket systems, as well as certain types of barrel artillery. If the front gets even closer to Sumy, the city will be under fire from conventional Russian guns. Of course, now, because of drones, it has become problematic to use conventional artillery. Nevertheless, the risks for the regional center are increasing, which is already evident from the use of jet systems in Sumy. All this is a direct consequence of the Russian offensive in the Sumy region, after the Russians liquidated the Ukrainian bridgehead in the Kursk region. In Ukraine, they are already writing that the Sumy region was not ready for the Russian offensive, although the Kursk operation made it possible to do so. People's Deputy Besugla calls on residents of the frontline areas of the region to evacuate. The Kursk operation was not used to prepare the Sumy region for defense. The problems are getting worse. The fortifications are the worst prepared of all the risky regions, writes Besugla. Adar soldier Bonyatov compares the region's preparation for defense to a training ground. Having such a reliable rear in the Sumy region during the Kursk operation, we were never able to build a normal line of defense to protect it now. What I see with my own eyes now is a training ground, nothing more, the soldier writes. Today, Ukraine carried out its third explosion near the Crimean Bridge. Moreover, unlike other attacks on the bridge, the security service of Ukraine immediately reported that it was their doing. According to the service, more than a ton of explosives were attached to one of the underwater supports of the bridge. The mining took place over several months. It is claimed that the underwater supports are damaged and the bridge is in a state of emergency. Despite the statements about the emergency condition, the bridge was functioning in the morning. Early in the morning it was closed, because according to Russian telegram channels, the air defense system shot down a drone. But then they opened the traffic, and at the time of the report from the Security Service of Ukraine, cars were moving along the bridge freely. However, after this, the bridge was attacked by surface boats, and it was closed again. There is no information about the damage. Now the bridge is open again. Russian military telegram channels give a different version of the explosion. They write that the Crimean Bridge was attacked by an underwater drone, and not that explosives were attached to the support, as Ukraine claimed. According to their version, it could have been a drone like Maruchka or Toloka, or a previously unknown drone. Russian military telegram channels write that the underwater supports were surrounded by protective structures, and rows of boom barriers were erected near the bridge. They also claim that the bridge support was not damaged by the drone strike, it hit the protective barriers. At the same time, there is concern that if there are many such drones, then in theory, they will be able to break through the barriers.
Friends, I want to develop and strive for higher quality content, but my 2009 computer does not allow me to do this. If you have the opportunity to help me buy a new computer and make my dream come true, I will be very grateful to you. You will find the link in the description under the video and in the pinned comment. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.